Well, good afternoon. Welcome to Ripples Rising, empowering voices, creating waves of change. It's near dusk, and so the lake is pretty calm right now, and it's autumn, so you're starting to see some of the colors in the back of red and gold happening here in Northwest Arkansas. And today I would like to introduce Jenelle McMann. I met Jenelle a few years ago in commercial real estate, and she's just a go-getter. She is a doer and a rippler out here. So let's visit with Jenelle and see what she can give us for a takeaway today. Hey, Jenelle, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for the invite.
Absolutely. So, Jenelle, you were talking about risks earlier, and you know, being a woman, there's a lot of risks that we face every day. And you know, you are from Dallas, Texas, and made Northwest Arkansas your home. And so tell us about some of the risks that were involved in your life and what became of your risks.
Okay. I'll start with childhood. I moved 13 times before 9th grade.
Oh, my word.
In 1 year, I went to 3 different schools.
Oh, that's hard.
So it was hard, but it creates, you realize at a young age, you have 2 paths you can take. You either learn to center yourself and accept yourself or not. So I was fortunate enough to, probably genetically, from my mother, establish myself and be at peace with myself from a very young age.
Wow. That's very hard. I mean, for you moving so often, was it because your family is in the military or work?
Dysfunctional. My parents divorced at 10, like just about all of ours anymore.
Yeah.
And stability really didn't kick in until I was about 13. My mother remarried an absolutely wonderful man that I love dearly and consider my father. So, at that point, I actually got to go to the same high school, which was absolutely weird, almost.
The same high school
for 3 years.
Oh, okay.
To be in the same school for 3 years was like a luxury, you know. And
what
established friends, yes, established friends, etc. So it turned me in some ways into a risk taker. Even my journey here was to Northwest Arkansas was due to divorce. I had several opportunities to move to different cities. I was actually living in Arkansas, and I made the decision that I was in love with this place and this is where I wanted to live. Yeah. So I got an apartment down by the university. It was not very lovely. I had $1,500 to my name and no job.
Oh, how old were you then?
I was 30.
30?
32.
32 with $1,500 in your pocket.
Yep. I went to work for one of the large banking companies here the next day. Got a job.
Yeah.
And it's been great ever since.
Wow. Wow. I had no idea.
Yeah. Well, and then, you know, after working here in the banking industry and then the title industry at 53 years old, I'd always worked corporate. Always worked for somebody else. I had never sold anything in my life, not even Avon.
Or Mary Kay.
Or Mary Kay or anything. I went into commercial real estate.
Yeah.
And again, it was a huge risk, but the reward from that was phenomenal. Some of the risks, I'm not going to lie, that I have taken on have not been so successful.
It happens.
But I don't have regrets.
There you go.
Because if I hadn't taken the risk, I probably would have never known the outcome.
There you go. Well, let's expound on that a little bit, because a lot of people are afraid to take a risk and they're afraid of what may happen. And, you know, we are probably both over 60, and we
Do you think?
Yeah, and we are less risk takers now as we were in 30s, 40s, and probably early 50s. Yeah. And, you know, Jenelle, I mean, when you take a risk, I mean, we all take risks, but you got to take maybe a measured risk sometimes. And, you know, the two biggest words that get me in trouble are, why not?
There you go.
Let's just go do it.
Sometimes my favorite words too,
There
right?
you go. Why not?
Yeah. You know, risks have to be calculated, but just like you said, fear is sometimes why we don't take the risks. And I think the important part with fear is that we create our own fear. Whether it's in relationships or fear of failure. So one of my huge, you know, ahas is you never know until you try, and you don't fail unless you try. You'll never know if you fail. You'll never know if you succeed. And
That is correct.
it's more difficult for me not to have to deal with should I or should not or should I,
Or
than
what
just
if I
to kind
had?
of trust myself
See?
and go with my gut.
See?
Going with your gut is part of the risk, and there's been many times where I've talked myself out of things, and those are some of my biggest regrets.
Oh, how about that? Yes.
So I think it's not a matter of being self-confident or putting yourself out there all the time. It's being at peace with yourself
Yes.
and the core of who you are, and really figuring out what you want to do, and then take the risk to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I've made some commercial real estate purchases in the past, and the economy went south, and it was not a good outcome. But hey, I was early enough in my life, and things got turned around, and we lick our wounds and we go on.
And we're better for that.
And we are better for that. We become stronger and more resilient for that. And, you know, what is the song by Frank Sinatra? Regrets, I've had a few, but too few to mention. You know, I mean, everybody's had regrets of some things. And, you know, but talking about risks, people don't talk about that a lot. I mean, even, and I dare bring up Sam Walton, who did a risk.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, Mr. Sam around here in Northwest Arkansas, Bentonville, Arkansas, he was selling fake flowers for graves or whatever is kind of how he started out. You know, I mean, my goodness, I mean, beginning of Walmart, I mean, he took a risk. My husband's father was asked to invest in Walmart, and he said, no, I see how he runs a business. No. But, you know,
Regret.
Oh, what a regret to get on the ground floor of Walmart back in the 50s. But, you know, my father-in-law, he did okay. He would have been fantastic. His loan was guaranteed even by the banker. Nope, wouldn't do it. Wouldn't do it. No.
Nope.
So, you know, and the story is Mr. Sam Walton, he puts on the ball cap and he turns into the silver-tongued devil and just starts cheerleading for Walmart, and there you go.
Right.
You know, it's how you can affect the people around you.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah. And, you know, you have to have a certain passion before you take the leap of a risk, and have a plan.
Yes.
You can't be haphazard, and that's not, you know, like when I said I moved up here with $1,500, I had an absolute plan of how I was going to make it work, and I did. So you have to have the vision and the know-how, the gumption, the know-how to get yourself there, and then not fear what might happen if it doesn't pan out, because if it doesn't pan out, then something else is going to present itself.
It will.
To enhance your life.
That's
and
right.
And if you take it with that attitude, kind of like one of my big mantras is everything happens for a reason.
It does.
So, good or bad, take that and cherish it and learn from it and move on, expand on it, give back, take care of others, because, you know, especially in our business,
Yes.
it's all about relationships.
Relationships. And,
you know, that's what's the most important.
It is, relationships. Well, let's talk about that in the day of 2025 and beyond, relationships, because it's nothing I feel. We are losing how to communicate.
Yeah.
We are losing how to have relationships. I get so ticked when I call somebody, I leave a voicemail, and then they text me later without even, listening to my voicemail. What's the point of me leaving a voicemail? So they didn't listen to my voicemail, and they said, well, I didn't listen to your voicemail, but what do you need? I'm going, never mind then, you know.
I gotta tell you, I don't leave voicemails.
Oh!
I just call and let them call me back.
Well, you know, okay, I saw I missed the call. You know, and sometimes...
Then I get to talk to them.
Yeah, and sometimes that happens. I saw I missed the call. Okay, I call back. It happened with your husband yesterday, actually.
There you go.
Yeah, I saw I missed a call. And then they got to remember why they called me, because they didn't leave me a voicemail.
Well, take it one way or the other.
I know it. But this texting thing is so impersonal, and it's I think it's almost the worst thing that happened to humanity is this texting, and people do not know how to pick up the phone and talk. There's two people. I'm saying, here's my number, call me, and it's like, what, is the phone gonna bite them or what?
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, okay, Friday's good, and it's like, call me. Okay, well, when and where? I'm going, okay, just never mind.
Yeah.
You know,
even in our industry, as new people come in, watching them, because you have to get on the telephone to start out in this industry. I mean, you either have to get in front of somebody's face or be on the phone with them.
Yeah.
And it's probably the hardest thing to watch is watching somebody overcome their fear of having to pick up the phone and call a complete stranger.
Yeah.
And I was the same way. I mean, I was in my mid-50s and had never done it before. But again, fear.
Overcome
the fear, and then reap all the rewards, because the risk you're going to take, and it is worth it. The person you may be calling, you don't know them, or if you do know them, they're going to respect you. They're going to respond the way you think, and we create our own fear of that in a lot of ways.
We create our own fear, and sometimes the fear is worse than the outcome.
Yeah. Yeah. Like 80% of the time.
It is.
80% of the time. Oh, I don't want to pick up the phone and tell this client that, and it keeps me up half the night sometimes with bad news that you don't want to deliver personally or professionally.
Yeah.
But when you finally pick up the phone and have the conversation, the release, and it's rarely as bad as you ever dreamed, and it's certainly not worth keeping you up at night.
No, it's not. And in fact, Jenelle, it reminds me, my first real estate job, was to sell burial plots. Hey, I was selling dirt here in Fayetteville, Arkansas. That might have lasted 3 days, I think.
Good for you.
I think I overheard the owner saying, well, Tommy was buried in Johnny's grave. Now Johnny died, and Johnny's going to be buried in Tommy's grave. But hey, the parents wouldn't know the difference or something.
Oh, dear. Yeah, no. You picked a good one there.
Yeah. But, and a very successful real estate man I know in Dallas, he had started working, for Restland there.
There you go.
Years ago. And if you can sell burial plots, you can sell about anything.
Yeah.
Only
That's a great topic to call people about.
Yeah. Well, thank you. But anyway, some guys would be joking with me because in high school, but yeah, not pleasant.
Well, it set up your sales career.
It did, didn't it?
That's what counts.
It did. Well, Jenelle, what's some other lasting takeaways, giveaways that you can encourage people before we sign off?
I think it's important to mentor, especially as you get more settled in age, and after the kids are gone, and to keep going with that, the learning and the brilliance that you have, and pass that on to other people. Regardless of whether they use it directly or not, it still is extremely satisfying for me in our business. I love being available to answer questions and just to help out, and just knowing that you may have helped somebody is one of the hugest rewards you can possibly reap.
Yes.
Because it gets to the point where I'm okay, I'm doing good right now, but watching somebody else get there, man, it just gives me the chills.
Oh, isn't that great?
It is.
It is great.
It is.
And yeah, I have a saying, it sounds like our same saying, we're here, it's not about me, it's about others. And when it's about others, you reap the rewards.
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wow, that's great.
My next risk, would you like to hear?
Yes.
I think I've already
absolutely.
told you. So, I am going to semi-retire, because I'll have the luxury of being able to work remotely in Mexico.
Oh, that's news.
So, the goal is about 12 to 18 months.
Oh.
I've traveled that country all my life.
Yeah?
I absolutely adore it. Before you start getting the shivers, it's not as bad as everybody thinks, believe it or not.
Right.
But I will most likely relocate up in the mountains, north of Mexico City, and just kick back and relax with a hot spot and my laptop.
Hot spot and a laptop. Well, that's the way we can work in the world anymore.
Yep.
A hot spot and a laptop.
Yep.
But yeah, because Max and I would go to Puerto Vallarta every year, and we love Mexico. Max is fluent in Spanish, and it's affordable there, and colorful, affordable, and well, that's great news. I didn't know that, Jenelle.
Yep. That's the next adventure. So.
Oh, what an adventure. Adventures are never over unless you want them to be over. There's always another adventure. You just got to go out and seek it.
That's right.
Okay.
Take the risk.
Take the risk and reap the rewards. Thank you for watching Ripples Rising. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Ripples Rising TV, and on my book, Caregiver Caretakers, Exposing Fraud in Senior Care, my website, caregiverscaretakers.com. Sign the petition to require caregivers to be fingerprinted and background checked like we are in real estate. Thank you.
And it needs to be done.
Yes.